Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hit the like button coming in. Make sure you hit the like button coming in. For those of you that haven't already subscribed to the channel, please make sure that you do so. Carmelo. How can I say this? I don't believe the young man is going to get a fair trial, and his case that they have tried him in, that they're trying to try him in, it's went to a grand jury now, and I don't think they're going to give him a fair trial. Grand jury decided to indict Carmelo for the fatal stabbing of Austin Metcalf at a track meet. Now, it's said that the indictment details come from surveillance video from the venue that they were at, which was at the high school where the track meet was at in Frisco. Now, here go the deal, man. Here go the deal. They don't even have to use the video that's from that facility, because it's saying that that video didn't really capture everything that happened at that track meet. Once again, what's up, Don? Once again, it is said that the video, what was I just come from outside, boy, it's hot out there. The video, it then captured what I think everybody wanted to see. It didn't capture the whole confrontation. But what's crazy about all this is that they don't have to use that video. We live in a time and age where kids got them phones. Man, I don't care if Iran was to shoot a nuclear bomb over here. Them fools not gonna duck for cover. They're not gonna run. I don't give a damn if they was next to a bunker. They can go in and seek refuge in. Them kids gonna do this, or they gonna be looking up at the sky with their phone, trying to see a missile coming in. That's what they're gonna do, man. So, with that being said, it's telling me that there's plenty of footage out there. And why they won't use the footage just out there that others have recorded, it tells me that it's a lot, on that tape that will free Carmelo. Yep, it is a lot on that tape that will free Carmelo. And I'm just being honest about it, man, because the system's so fucked up. It took them. This happened in April, so it took them 2 months to indict him. I wonder why. I wonder why it took a long 2 months to indict him on charges when it came to Austin Metcalf. But I will say this here, though. I will say this here. Many people have come out and spoke about this, and not only black folks, but some white folks, they've been hearing, you know what I'm saying, that these guys were bullies, these guys were troublemakers. They always trying to, pick on somebody. This who the twins were. And just so happened, you know what I'm saying, like I say, he met his match, honestly. Now I'm sitting up here looking at images. I haven't actually seen the actual video, but I will say this here though, man. I will say this here though. I'm looking at the background, and it's showing the clouds, showing the weather. Man, looked like a tornado was about to come through that joint. So once again, when I look at this case, I always ask myself, and I ask, others that say that Carmelo was wrong and this and that, but where was the compassion? Where was the empathy? Where was the love from these two white boys when it came to Carmelo sitting up under that bench? Now, I'm going to tell you another thing I think what's going to get them all too is that it was others sitting up under that bench. They didn't force them to move. They didn't come over there and bother them. And I got my suspicions why. Like I said, I think they knew him. They knew of him from the football, stuff. And they thought they were going to go over there and go punk their brother. If one would approach Carmelo, I think Carmelo would have threw them hands. Yep. I believe he would have threw them hands. But when you got two big-ass white boys running up on you, both of them look like they play linebacker, what you want them to do? And even if Carmelo would have walked away or some shit like that, man, you got to ask yourself, would you have done that shit? Because your pride wasn't going to let you just let, somebody come over there and bully you. Now when I know I can, back you up off of me. Dunn say it's 95 degrees in his conspiracy against brother and plot Carmelo. He perfect example that law has made an example of him. Yeah. Done, man. You can't tell me that, all this shit that, man, you got people in the community, civilians, man, coming out saying that, hey, these boys were rotten to the core. These boys used to beat up on their own mama and shit like that, allegedly. Fighting their dad and all this type of shit. These motherfuckers were rotten to the core, man. They were rotten ass white boys. This is what people are saying. This is what people are saying. I know it's going to be hard, man. Hey, what up, OG? I know it's going to be hard, man, to compete with, Texas judicial system. It's going to be hard to compete with the racism coming out of Texas, Frisco at that. It's going to be hard to compete when your skin is black and brown like mine, and you got to go in front of this white jury. I'm pretty sure it's going to be all white jury. And yeah, here we are. That's what I believe, Don, that they were jealous and envy him because of the simple fact that Carmelo won what was that, defensive player of the year or something like that? He had won. So they knew exactly who he was. They knew who he was. It wasn't no damn secret. They knew who he was. You can tell that lie to somebody else that they did not know who he was. They knew exactly who Carmelo Anthony was. So a boy had an Instagram account with guns in his car saying no monkeys, burn out, show up with that track meet. They need to bring that up. Oh, they're gonna bring everything up in court, OG. They're gonna bring everything up in court. They're gonna bring everything up in court. And like I say, what they call them, this is gonna be that honky tonk. They're gonna show them that honky tonk real. And wonder why we be hollering honky. The honky came out of them. Boy, we got some names for them motherfuckers, man. Oh man, cracker, honky, redneck. Man, I keep going on for days, man. We got names. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Don. They knew exactly who that little dude was, man. And that's why they went over there fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? Because just think about it. They didn't know who he was. They wouldn't have approached him up, you know what I'm saying, coming up to him. He could have been, you know what I'm saying, somebody's brother or sister running, anything. You know what I'm saying? But the mere fact that a thunderstorm damn near like a tornado out there, when I seen the background images of that video, I mean, dude, where was the compassion then? Say Peckerwood, yeah. Well, yeah, we got some names for them motherfuckers, man. But yeah, man, listen, what we're gonna do, I just wanted to pop up because we're gonna dive deep into this on this Friday night, man. Like I say, I'm gonna be ready by 8 o'clock tonight. We're gonna dive in deep on it, man. That and we're gonna talk about these farmers, man. These farmers. Hold on. Let me drop the link for OG. There it is, OG. Yeah, these farmers and all that, man, how they sitting up here mad because won't no black folks come work out in the damn fields. Well, you just gonna be one mad motherfucker because I ain't gonna work in nobody goddamn fields. Shit. Bitch, you gonna have to take me out before I ever do that shit. You gonna have to take me the fuck out. I dropped the link, OG. Yeah, you gonna have to take me out, man. What up, OG? How you doing this evening, man?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm glad it cooled off a little bit here.
Shit, I wish I could say the same, but no, that ain't even happening around here, man.
Yeah, it cooled off here. But what I wanted to say here is there was a guy there with his two daughters.
Yeah.
Now he didn't go to school there. Why them twins approach him and his daughters? And I'm sure there was other people under that tent that didn't go to that school. Why they approached them?
I think it was people trying to post up under any type of cover that they could find.
That's what I'm saying.
Because of the thunderstorm that was coming.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I believe. I think everyone was just trying to post up, get in where you fit in at. Because that rain was coming down.
Yeah, and I don't want to hear that shit. He skipped school. because he was in the long jump. His name was there on the long jump. So I don't want to hear that mess. He was trespassing and he was skipping school. No, he was part of track meet. I'm not trying to hear that no more either. But I looked it up.
Yeah, that shit, man. You know, they're gonna try to do everything they can to railroad this brother. That's just like when I was talking about the tape, the footage. Like I was telling Don earlier, I say shit. They talking about using the footage from the track meet, but man, it was all type of people out there filming that altercation. You talking about all them kids out there, man. It could have been a L4 tornado coming through that motherfucker. It could have been a missile coming to land right there and blow everything up. Man, them motherfuckers, they don't care. They gonna grab them phones and they gonna start recording.
Only video they showing is people running away from the scene. They ain't showing what happened before or during the confrontation.
Right.
They just showing the video from them running from the scene. That don't prove nothing.
No, and that's what they gonna try to use. But see, I'm hoping. Well, here go the catch though. They gonna say, well, if any other video come in that's admissible in court, they're not gonna use it. Now you done had, like I say, all them people out there. Motherfuckers was filming that shit.
They confiscated phones. Let's not forget that. That's part of discovery.
Yeah. But I was reading where you got people in Frisco that live in Frisco that know this family. This family is very dysfunctional. This family, the boys are known around Frisco as wannabe bullies. They try to jump people and all that type of shit. I mean, they ain't got no good track record to themselves. So this is what white America is trying to hide. They don't want that to come out. They don't want that to be seen. Especially them other recordings. But yeah, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Let me see. Don say that we had track meet on the so y'all had track meets for district championship for all schools in the metro. Yeah, that's how it usually go down. But I tell you one thing though, man, I don't give a damn. I see it all the time where other kids are coming, holler at their partners that go to other schools or, communicate with other kids. Track and field is not like a basketball and a football game where you can't go to the other team's bench in those sports, but in track and field, shit, man, you walking around talking to anybody or communicating with anybody, congregating with anybody. It's not like that, you know what I'm saying, at track, doing track and field. So like I said, all that mumbo jumbo that they trying to push, hopefully his attorney, his legal team, they gonna prove that this was all in self-defense. Like I say, man, Kyle Rittenhouse can get out, go cross state lines. His mammy can drop him off with a whole loaded fucking rifle, and this bitch out there walking around, you know what I'm saying, with a whole rifle, looking for trouble. Carmelo just was sitting on the bench.
That's like Jordan Neely. He's sitting there screaming to himself, and Daniel Penny run up behind him and choke him, talking about that self-defense. He wasn't hurting nobody. He was screaming to himself.
Right.
He didn't put his hands on nobody. Here you got a case where a man putting his hands on you. If he snatched I look at it like this. You grab my bag, that's robbery. You trying to rob me.
Yeah.
You know it ain't yours.
Say what now?
I don't want to hear that nonsense. They didn't know him. Let me tell you something. When I was in high school and junior high, and the team across town I might not know him, but I know about him.
Yeah, you knew of them. Yeah,
I knew of him.
yeah, no doubt.
Cause my
You
coach used to tell me that guy right there. When we be studying films, they used to tell me that guy right there. That's your man during the whole game.
right?
Such and such and such. That's your man.
But they had already gave them awards out, so like I said, they print that shit in the paper.
It
They
was
they
on TV.
they print that shit in the school bulletin. Who came in first, second, and third? You know, through the like football, basketball stuff, all Americans. So they knew exactly who this dude was.
Carmelo was on first team, and Austin was on second team.
He didn't. Austin felt he didn't deserve that, man. That's what I'm.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, so I'm gonna go fuck with him.
yeah.
And then like I say, well, not Austin. What was the other boy name? Austin and the other twin brother. I forgot his name. That's the motherfucker that started.
Justin.
Yeah, he the one that started the shit.
Yeah, he the one that started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, them kids was riding to the core, man. They riding ass kids.
And they don't sit there on the interview. Justin gonna sit there talking about my brother the peacemaker. If he was a peacemaker, you wouldn't have gotten that man's face like that.
If he was a peacemaker, he would have understood that, man, it's raining, man. That dude trying to take cover. Leave that boy alone. But no, it was their racism, man, that led them to go over there and start messing with that. And that's the thing. They said they were way on the other side of the damn field.
Yep, on the other side of the field.
Walked over there and approached that boy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Man, no matter how you look at it, no matter what year it is, no matter what century it is, man, white folks think that they above you, they own you. You know, they tell you something, they think you got to do what the fuck they tell you to do. No, we ain't living like that, man. We ain't living like that.
I know I ain't.
So I don't know, man. We're gonna see how it play out for the young brother, man. Hopefully, like I say, he got enough paper. He got $500,000, so he got enough paper to
The rumble with.
Yeah, and try to fight this case. I thought they were gonna try to lock him up again.
No, they can't lock him up. He already made bond. They can't lock him up because they indicted him. He already made bond. That's double jeopardy. Can't do that.
And look how long it took him, OG, to indict this boy. It took him forever to come back with a damn indictment. That's because they didn't know they ain't got nothing, and they still don't have nothing.
No, they ain't got nothing.
Only
They
thing
ain't got nothing.
is a dead white dude. That's the only thing they got. They ain't got nothing else. But man, we're gonna come back on at 8:00, man. So make sure y'all round tap in, man. I'm gonna get myself together so I can be ready, man.
All right.
All right, man. Appreciate you for coming up, OG.
All right, I'll holler.
All right. Say white is right. Yeah, you know how that go. You know how that go, man. White is right. That's how they think, man. But I just know that you just man, you get to the point, man, you get tired of that shit, man. You get tired of it, man. And I just hate, this young dude, man, he on his way to college and all this type of shit, man, and trying to make something of himself. And it never fails, man. Always some bullshit come in. The devil come in, boy, and just fuck everything up. But anyway, man, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all at 8:00, man. Peace.